everybody from YouTube. I wanted to do a review of the new Hobie PA360 XR. This is the latest kayak from Hobie. The reason I've got an XR is because my previous Hobie got a crack in the drive well. And the crack was irreparable, and Hobie had to order a new hull. Unfortunately, I had to pay 50% of the price of a new kayak for that. Not happy about that at all. I'm going to cover the whole warranty and the whole high-end kayak industry thing in a separate video. But anyways, it took 3 months for it to get in, and here it is. I got it fully rigged out, and I wanted to review it. So a couple things with the new XR worth noting. In my personal opinion, this is really not a new product from Hobie. This is basically making up for design issues that the original PAs had in these kayaks, right? Crack in the drive well is very common. So one thing that they did was reinforced the drive well itself. So if you take a look down here, it's a completely redesigned drive well, and you can see with these reinforced metal clamps down here, it is putting all the torque from the drive system onto these metal clips, right? And this is all self-contained, right? So even if you got a crack in one of these screws here, if that was to happen, it's self-contained. It's not going to leak water inside the hull. They also put on this, they reinforced the plastic, and they also put on this device here that allows you to adjust the, the steering tension that you have. Makes it easier to adjust that. And then also it has this locking mechanism where you can lock it forward versus reverse, lock it in reverse or forward. So what I would say is, so that's making up for basically that issue they had in the drive well being weak, which is great, right? But is there something new there? Not really. I mean, locking it in forward, reverse, I mean, that's a feature, but I mean, I didn't even know that was an issue. So I don't see that much as a value add. The second big change they made was near the seat. If you look at the seat here, they reinforced the plastic on the bottom of the seats here, right? Because that was another area they were having problems with in terms of cracks coming into the hull, because people would sit on those seats, and then from the pressure and the weight, it would actually cause a crack in the hull itself. Once again, Hobie's making up for design errors here. Other than that, that's pretty much it, right? With the XR, nothing else really has changed on this kayak. Now, let me explain to you. People say, "Oh, are you wedded to Hobie?" No, not really wedded to any product. I still think it's a good product because there's a lot of advantages with the Hobie, and let me just touch on those again. One is the 360 drive. This 360 drive, I think, is still superior, right? I mean, it provides a tremendous amount of maneuverability that I think is unmatched with any other kayak. I get a lot of value out of it. I do a lot of bass fishing, and it provides that maneuverability that I really need, in addition to the propulsion from the trolling motor itself. So I think this 360 drive is still very unique for any other drive system out in the market today. It's a very stable kayak, which I like. Stability is a big deal for me. I've talked to 3 of my fishing buddies last year who did flip their kayaks, and I'm not interested in flipping kayaks. So stability is a big plus from my perspective. And overall, the overall quality of the kayak, the accessories, just the general ergonomics of how you can set this thing up is still, as far as I'm concerned, very, very superior compared to some of the other kayaks out in the industry today. So anyways, let me quickly go through how I rigged this thing up. This year I put Livescope on this system, on this kayak, and a Livescope system on my kayak, and wanted to walk you through it. I got the Garmin Livescope Plus, which I absolutely love. I've got additional videos on it, but this is the EchoMap, main unit or monitor, and it's the medium-sized screen. It's not the giant screen or the small screen. It's a medium-sized screen, which is plenty for me. I didn't really need that big, huge one. I've got the transducer over here on a Hex Blazer pole, right? And it's pretty good. The Hex Blazer pole is pretty good. The mount they give you for the Hex Blazer is for the Hobie is terrible. So I had to customize a mount to hold it steady. But other than that, it's a pretty cool pole that's all ready to go. So you can rig this thing up pretty quickly. The black box, if you will, I put in this center console here on the Hobie. You can see that I've got it sitting on some waterproof foam, on some marine grade, mounted to marine grade plastic, and I've got all the wires here neatly tucked away, and it keeps it dry and out of the elements. Now the standard Hobie comes with lure boxes here. I pulled that out because honestly that's not a very good location for your lures, because what will happen is there's a fair amount of moisture that accumulates over time, and if you put your lures in those boxes here, they're going to end up rusting, right? So I just pulled all of that out. I keep my lures in my H crate, and I just put the black box in here, which keeps it nice and safe. Now also here on the front, the storage area in the front, you got pretty good storage here. So what I did is I've got a 30 amp 12 volt lithium battery inside this battery box. This battery box is awesome. I bought this off of Amazon. Keeps my battery in here. It's got charging ports on the outside. They even have charging ports for your cell phone, which is pretty cool. But this battery runs this Livescope system. I can pretty much get 2 full days out of my Livescope system with this battery. And I decided, instead of putting it underneath in the hull, I decided not even to mess with that, and I kept it up here, which fits perfectly, and it keeps it nice and dry and out of any sort of issues and banging around and so forth. In addition to that, I just rigged it up with the H crate, standard H crate. I still got my Bixby trolling motor. This is over 3.5 years old, this trolling motor, and it runs like a champ. I absolutely love this thing. It's got a battery here in the back. This is a lithium battery. I can run for days on this battery, which is fantastic. It's got 10 speeds. Speed 1, I can run it for 10 hours solid just on speed 1. It's got 10 speeds total. So yeah, I love this Bixby motor. It's in total combined, it's only 9 pounds, right? So if weight's a factor. This time I decided to put it on a trailer, put the kayak on a trailer. This kayak's getting heavy now, and I put it on a trailer. I'll have a separate video talking about the actual trailer itself and the advantages of that. But overall, I still say that I'm very pleased with the Hobie kayak, and like I said, not happy about having to pay for a new hull when I was 3 months out of warranty. But we'll talk about that later. Anyways, that's it. If you guys have any questions or anything or any comments, feel free to comment on the video. Ask me any questions you want. Happy to share any information regarding this experience I just went through. So anyways, thanks for watching.